Today we have a potentially long or short video on the Walker. We are going to see if this engine is worth replacing. Now, I'm going to cheat. I have a little borescope or whatever scope it is to check to see what is going on. Now, we know that this piston is working. That piston is not working based on the previous video. So it will run. It just is the dirtiest thing you've ever seen with only one piston. It's way too rich and it doesn't like to start very easily. It's just a whole lot of bad. Having said that, I contacted the owner and I found a kit that's good for this engine. At least I hope it is. I still need to verify a few things on there, but it's a full kit. Pistons, connecting rods. Does not have the... So what we're going to do is we're going to test it. Now, this is going to be a little different than others, like I said. Usually you'd have to take the head off and look inside the piston. That's the better way, don't get me wrong. I'm going to use a borescope. Not everyone has one of those. They are very useful, especially for someone like me. Just recently got it. I'm maybe like second or third time using it, and I'm telling you, it saves me a whole lot of time. Well, we're going to look and see. Now, like I said, this is not the best way. The best way is to disassemble the whole thing, but that takes a whole lot of time. I mean, just taking this thing out, it's going to be rough. So we're going to take a look and see if it's worth repairing. I asked the guy if he wanted it done, and he said yes. I was confused because usually people say no. Well, it's just, just the cost. I think the kit was like $300 and something. Well, like I said, it's a full kit, so not bad. But I want to see if the walls of the cylinder are scored up. Now, that is legitimately probably the one of many things that we should be looking at on this. We should be looking at bore gauges and all that. I'm not going to be doing that because that's not what he wants. He just wants it both to be running. It could be worn out. It probably is worn out. I don't know. But I want to see if it's scratched. If it's mildly scratched, then yeah, that's bad. Sometimes you can hone those scratches out and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to machine it and all kinds of other expensive work, but we don't know. So I'm going to take my borescope and we'll see what we see. This isn't the best scope in the world, but we're going to take a look. Now, you're going to see a whole lot more than I do. So what we're trying to see is scrapes on the cylinder wall. Now, mind you, this isn't the easiest thing in the world to see. Uh-oh. And that just has a whole lot of nothing, doesn't it? How's that? That looks better. Well, I'm having to go back and forth and see, but from what I'm gathering, I don't really see a whole lot of scrapes. I don't know why it would have failed, but I think we're pretty much okay. I'm going to do a little bit more closer looking to make sure I don't see anything. If I do, this has the ability to take a picture and we'll take a look at it and see what we can find, but as of right now, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of concerning things about this. I took a closer look at it and I can't really see anything. What was a little concerning is I was looking at stuff that kind of looked like pitting on the side of the engine. I do not believe so. I shoved a screwdriver down there with a small piece of like shop towel attached to it, and I just wrapped like a rubber band around there. I kind of rubbed the side and I smelled it, and it appears to be gasoline and perhaps a mixture of water. It has been outside. Granted, the plug is on there, but even when you take a look at the plug, it's wet. So Yeah, it's just not it, it's not able to evacuate the fuel, so it's kind of gathering up a little bit, which is not good either. Wasn't really expecting that, to be honest, but that's the only thing I smelled. Like I said, it could be water, but I don't know. Either way, like I said, this is far from perfect, but I feel semi-confident that at least the wall of the cylinder is not scored. So we could buy the kit and proceed. The kit is going to have all the seals and gaskets, piston rods. The full kit, I think, even has valves. I don't think it has valve seats, but definitely valves. It doesn't have the springs, but just the valves. I don't think that's necessary. These valves seem to be fine, so I'm not going to get the full kit. I think that will save a little money. That was literally the only difference. It was like a $60 more expensive. So I think I'm going to order that. I don't know how long it's going to take to get here. Week, maybe? The website is not really well known to me. These rebuild kits are not, I think, often used. I don't know. But then I started to think about it. This machine is like tens of thousands of dollars when it's brand new. This is far from brand new. But this person does need it for work. Can't really afford to buy a new one. Refresher of the engine. Everything else seems more or less fine. It does have its needs, of course, but it's a fairly inexpensive need. So I can see where he's coming from on this. So I'm going to go ahead and get it ordered, and then we will see you back later. Just so you know, the other concerns I have would be this. Besides the piston walls, and we discussed if it could be worn in the bores. The crank journal, I don't know. The condition, it's up in the air. Even then, unless it's really, really bad, you can use acid to kind of help clean it. It's not the best idea, but I don't know. We still don't know what caused it to happen. Who knows? But the thing is, we're going to get started, and I'll meet you back when we get a kit.